Okay, I'm going to bring to order this meeting of the Dixon Public Library Board of Trustees. Do we have any comments about closed session? Seeing none, we will adjourn to closed session.
Jesus.
Sorry. Okay, we have no announcements from closed session. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Pursuant to Government Code Section 54953, Subdivision C3, the board provides this oral summary of the compensation for the part-time and temporary executive position of interim library director. The term of the contract will be beginning September 17th, 2019 until December 31st, 2019. The salary to be paid shall remain at the rate of $500 per diem, less all statutory deductions. The contract or amendment does not provide for any other compensation or benefits. Do we have any public comment or questions about the interim director contract? Seeing none. Do we have any board questions or comments about the contract? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve the contract?
I'll move.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I second.
A motion and a second. I believe we vote individually. Jewel?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
And I as well. Thank you. Motion passes. Okay, all are present except for Mr. Gabby. Notice to the public. Persons wishing to speak to an agenda item may raise their hand during public comment. The library board president will recognize you for the discussion at the appropriate time. Speakers will provide their name to the library board, after which the speaker will have 5 minutes to speak. Any member of the public wishing to address the governing board on a topic within the subject matter jurisdiction of the district but not identified on the agenda may do so during the public comment period identified in this agenda. By law, subjects not on the agenda cannot be acted upon by the board except to briefly respond, clarify, or refer to staff for review and presentation at a future meeting. Do we have any public comments? Seeing none. Guests and presentations?
No.
Correspondence?
None.
Consent agenda? Do we have any board questions or comments on the consent agenda? Seeing none, do we have any public questions or comments on the consent agenda? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I'll move.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. Motion passes. We have no public hearing tonight, correct?
Correct.
Information items.
We have the report of the summer reading program. The Dixon Public Library held the 2019 summer reading program, which brought in 628 children and teens to participate. Unfortunately, very disappointing was the decrease in participation from the previous year. Staff will be reviewing avenues to increase the participation for the 2020 summer program. We've included graphs of who participated, how many, and then the final culminating activity, which was the summer carnival of events, and the special programs that we had, plus the summer lunch program that we participated with the Dixon Unified School District. And we served over 1,578 lunches to students who came to the lunch program for those days that it was available, the 39 days.
Okay, do we have any board questions or comments?
So will you guys be looking into what was different this year compared to last year and?
Some of the things were that there were more things for the students to do during the summer vacations and whatnot. So we didn't have as much participation. It did go down by about 26%.
What do you mean there were more things for them to do? Are you talking about last year?
Last year, not this year.
Okay.
They
Like
believe
activities
perhaps
and-
not having the Carl Jr. And San Francisco Giant donations may have been what didn't bring students in for the reading program.
So I saw it said that there were some problems with behavior of some of the parents when that was done. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
That was last year, that
You-
wasn't
no one
this year.
told you? Was
No
it
one
just
told me.
people being loud and, you don't know?
I don't
Okay.
know.
Now, I saw there is a survey link that was sent out on this, so are you going to present those results to us at a future meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
That's great.
And then maybe can you give us a rough idea in terms of the prior year's activities versus last year's? Just so we can get an idea. So it sounds like it was more the prior year, we had more of the people that came and did stuff, whether it was the comedy or animals or whatever, or do you know?
No, I think we had the same amount of programs available.
Oh, okay.
It was some of the prizes for doing the reading.
I know, like, I was thinking in past times and thinking about some other libraries, oftentimes they have just other activities too, not just the shows, if you will, but they have like a chalk day where, you know, everyone comes and colors on the sidewalks, or I think I've noticed that having hands-on things for kids oftentimes will bring a group of, because parents want something for their kids to do, you know.
We
so.
did that with our summer reading program. We highlighted each week as a different, say, a book week, a science week, and we had them, we had like patriotic week, where they had hands-on activities to
Okay.
do. They also had games to play, and we did the chalk. We brought the
Okay.
chalk out for them to explore. I think we need to do more of those things to draw children into the library and then, you know, get them involved in reading, which is, you know, the whole purpose.
Yeah.
But we tied that into the lunch program because there was not, there wasn't anything to bring students in for the lunch program. But I think if we have, you know, both types of activities for kids, then I think we'll be exploring that for next summer. And we're also considering doing a winter reading program, the 2 weeks that the
During
students are
Christmas,
out of school.
Yeah.
That way they can participate and maybe do some of the winter activities.
They've done that in the past, because
Yes.
I've had my kids when they were younger do it.
And there might not be as many distractions in the community
Correct.
during that time, rather than in the summer.
And we actually have 3 weeks off,
Oh, okay.
so.
Did the survey ask what types of activities or prizes for the reading would be more likely to have them more involved? Anything like
The survey was for the lunch program.
that? Okay.
So I'd ask them questions that had to do with, was this the first time you attended the library? Did you take out books for your children while you came to lunch? Those types of questions versus some of the activities that we did do.
Maybe we should consider some time of a survey to ask people what else they'd like to see during the
Yes.
summer program or something
Yes.
like. Okay. Any other questions or comments? Okay. No discussion items, no conference first reading, action items.
Okay. We have the building budget that has to be approved. It's budget 428. The county requires us to submit a yearly budget for the library. Attached is the 2019-2020 428 budget that we'll submit to Solano County after the board approves. This is the county, this is the budget that has to do with revenue that is collected for the capital facilities fund. The only thing we did is we followed last year's budget and indicated, should we have any expenditures, where those expenditures would take place. Mostly it's income collected.
Were the year-to-date actuals or a little more than the adopted budget? Do you
Yes.
think we need to increase the budget any for that?
And not at this time.
Okay, do we have any board questions or comments about that budget? Any public questions or comments? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve the Dixon Public Library budget for '28?
So move to adopt the budget for the Dixon Library for
We have a motion to adopt the Fund for '28 budget. Do we have a second?
A second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. Library operation schedule.
Okay. One of the things that was asked is to review the use of the library during the weekend. And what we found in the 3 weeks that we went ahead and took some numbers is that when you look at Saturday usage and Sunday usage, it drops 30 to 40% on Sundays. During the holiday, there was almost no participation in the library. In fact, we didn't collect any kind of funds when we usually collect, because they're using the copy machine or they're paying late dues. So it's my recommendation that the board approve the attached library operation schedule beginning in October. We would ensure that we put out enough notice and put it on the webpage to close the library on Sundays and have the operation go Monday through Thursday from 11 to 8, which is currently, and then Friday and Sunday from 11 to 6.
Friday and Saturday.
I mean, Friday and Saturday.
Okay. Any board questions or comments?
So this will save the library some money though, right?
Yes.
Because I mean, if people aren't using it and we're still having to staff the library.
Just having a librarian on Sundays, the cost ranges a little over $200 for the salary of a librarian, and then you're looking at a clerk and also our page. So,
And then,
plus the electricity and whatnot.
Yeah, okay.
okay, and in terms of the numbers using the library on Sunday, you said down 30 to 40%. Can
Yes.
you tell us number-wise, how many people actually come in on a Sunday?
Okay. One Sunday it was 14, and the other Sunday it was 20, 20, 14, and then on the one Sunday during the weekend, they didn't even have a count.
Okay. So what is your plan in terms of announcing this? You said you put in the papers and,
Putting it, announcing it on our webpage, putting it in the Dixon Tribune and the Independence, is that correct?
Voice.
Independent Voice?
Yes.
And then a sign up in the library.
And a sign up and ensuring that we inform patrons as they come in.
Yeah.
So we figured this month, we would do as much as possible communicating that change.
Okay. Any other questions or comments? Any public questions or comments? Seeing none. Do I have a motion to adopt the proposed library operations schedule to start October 1st, 2019?
I'll move.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye as well. Motion passes. And I believe that is it for tonight. I will not read, but we do have evening book club, morning book club, staff meetings, and other things that are all on the agenda if anyone is interested in looking at those. And this meeting will stand adjourned.